We lived in the bus for 5 years. All right, come in. I'm going to show you around. Yeah. Hi everyone, we're here in our bus. I'm Christina.
And I'm Kevin.
We're going to tell you a bit about ourselves, how we started.
All right, well, we first decided to move into the bus, I don't know, maybe 2016. We're just living in Sydney, working 9 to 5, and just felt like there was probably a better way to do things. And after quite a bit of research and thinking, then the bus turned out to be the best way for us.
Yeah, we saw the bus in the Central Coast. It took us less than an hour to decide that it had to be ours. We bought it and started converting it.
Yeah, the journey began ripping the seats out and then calling some good friends to help me along the way. And I think the bus loitered in a factory probably 3 months longer than what it should have, and the build took a lot longer than what it should have, and with a bit of patience and a bit of perseverance.
We lived in the bus for full time for 5 years. First 3 years it was just Kevin and myself. Our first son Marco came along. He was a bus baby for 2 years until our second son came along. We thought it was a bit cramped in the bus, so we built a tiny house. This is our living room. We have 4 seats here for the boys and us. We have a couple of extra ones there, very comfy. We have swivel chairs that you can just turn around, and then we can use them as well just to create a bit more space. This living room, it can also convert into a bed, so we can have guests.
One of my favourite parts of the installer conversion is the 12 volt. It's almost like, having magic here. It's got 400 amp hours of batteries, 600 watts solar that powers it all. We've lived off grid, 9 months in a row, and both of us working, running extra monitors, and not had an issue power wise.
We also have a full kitchen here. We use gas for the stove, exhaust fan, and we have some roller doors here. When we built our bus, we wanted to make sure we had loads of storage. So we have storage all around here. We have more storage around here, and also under the seats we have more storage. We have a microwave at the moment, but we used to have our coffee machine. But now with the kids, we need to have a microwave. Fridge here, more storage. One of the most important things that we have here is our wine cabinet. We had to make that.
Walking back through the bus, we've actually installed this doorway on purpose to also act as a divider. Christina wants to sleep out the back, or the boys go to sleep and we still want to stay out. Then we can actually close it, and it acts as a really nice divider. So originally there was a toilet here, but we actually, you need a door on the toilet, so that's what it's all about. We've got a shower, catching the water. We've got 110 litres great water tank on board, so that when we stay in national parks, we can actually capture that water and take it with us and then find a dump point. We used to have a flush toilet installed where these bunk beds are, and that fed into a black water tank. But since the boys have come along, we've had to make a modification and lose the flush toilet and the black water tank, and now we just use it. So now we keep the bus for weekends and when we go on holidays, and as a backup plan if we ever decide to get back on the road full time again. I don't know, the thing I like the most is just about bus life, or living in a bus, is just the adventure and being able to pull up in beautiful spots, parts of the world, and if you get tired of the beach, then you can just cruise somewhere else and go to the mountains or find a river or something to park up next to.
And also for the kids, no TV, they're outside all day, playing outside.
Yeah, the boys really love our bus, and they love going away. And
we do recommend anybody that has a van or a bus to try it for a few months, a year, go and do the big lap. We started doing the big lap and we got stuck in Byron. We made a stop for 1 week, and then we loved it so much we stayed in Byron Bay. And then we started our business, Banqueto, and here we are 6 years later. One thing that we love about bus life is all the people that we met on the road. All type of people, a lot of families with kids. Before we had kids, we loved that the kids were homeschooled, they were so well educated, they were so mature, and that inspired us.
So this is the bedroom, queen size bed. We've got a cave, I guess you could call it. It's probably a bit high off the ground, you can see it kind of comes to my waist, so you've got to jump into bed, but we do have steps on the side as well that makes it easier. That's the reason why.
I was doing this and and I fell. Yeah.
You fell off the bed.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
And I was sleeping one time when I was a baby here.
There,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Mommy, look. And I sleep there as well.
What's your favourite bus trip you've ever done? Can you tell me that?
To a camping named Redcliffe.
You went to Redcliffe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of kangaroos.
Yeah, it's important when they're growing up that they do have their chance to explore and go on adventure and experience new things, and you know, living in a bus or a van is just a perfect opportunity for that. One of the biggest challenges about living in a bus and bus life is, it's also some of the greatest things I like about it is the adventure and the unknown, but sometimes it can surprise you in not the most favourable way. Our bus is an old bus and we now need to be careful of the roads we take. Some hills might be too big for it to get up, and then also just not knowing where you're going to park sometimes. A big bus like this one, sometimes caravan parks don't let you in, spaces in national parks might not quite be big enough, and then just if you're free camping, then you might have to find a space that's quiet and safe and comfortable so you can actually get a bit of sleep when you do stop. So they're a couple of the challenges that...
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge was we got stuck on a few hills a few times.
We've had to get the bus towed over a couple of big hills, a couple of times.
And another time that we got stuck in the mud.
We had to get a tractor and excavator to help us out of the mud.
And I think another big challenge that we had, because in Australia it's so hot.
Yeah, there was one time we were in inland New South Wales and it was midsummer, 40-something degrees, and we were at a caravan park, so we were able to plug in and we had an air conditioner, but the heat was just losing through the windows and we ended up putting alfoil everywhere, and from outside it looked like a spaceship, but it really didn't do anything.
We came up with the idea of the window covers.
Yeah. Stealthy shades are made with a double foil lined insulation. That gives us both insulative properties in hot and cold climates. The fabric is UV treated and it is also made from recycled materials, predominantly fishing nets and recycled bottles. The magnets that we use are high strength rare earth magnets, and all of our products that we choose to go into Stealthy shades are done with consideration for sustainability.
Stealthy shades, premium quality to make sure they last 4 years, and we do offer warranty.
We believe in the product, we put our word behind it.
We use our own Stealthy shades. And another time, I don't know if you remember, where we left the hatch open. We came back after having dinner and we had midges all in our bed, which it was new for me. I'd never seen something like that. Now we do have fly screens everywhere.
So we decided to keep production in Australia for a number of reasons, and one of them is product quality control. So we can actually see, by me and our team actually manufacturing this internally, we are able to control the whole process of manufacture. So pretty much every single window cover that we've ever made is been hand cut by myself or one of our team members, so we're slowly growing. We now have 2 seamstresses that help us actually stitch it together and sew it together, and typically end up with a very high quality product. It also helps us with innovation, so we can innovate, change our product, we can upgrade it really quickly, and we can bring it to market in really fast time. And it also gives us an ability to customise things. And we've expanded our product range through that because we can source vans and we can work with our customers to increase our offering, and the actual style and type of van, the window covers that we can offer is a benefit of that.
And the community, it's actually been great, helping us to take the patterns of all the more than 60 models that we now offer on Banketo.
Yeah, that's a huge thank you, and it's without the support of the community and our customer base, we would never be able to have so many vans to actually offer window covers for.